Hello, everyone. I know I'd already said this much earlier this year when I was unboxing those DVDs and giving them a quick review. I don't know if I'm saying this too early or too late, but nevertheless, it would be that time to say this. And I just want to say, happy 25th birthday to the BibleMan franchise. Yes, started in 1995. However, we don't get to see those two pilot episodes anymore. Back when it was called the BibleMan Show. I mean, it was a VHS only release, or two of them actually. That's why you don't see them in this box of DVDs that I have right here. They were never brought to DVD. But thankfully we have the internet, thankfully we have YouTube, and so you'll be able to find those two pilots easier. And in case you're wondering what those are, they are Big Big Book and Back to School. And even though I was a huge fan of the franchise way back in the day when I was a kid, I myself never knew that those two existed until I had done my research. I didn't get to watch them though because I didn't think they would be up on YouTube. But only a few years ago did I ever have the nerve to search for them. I found them. And I was able to see how they were more of a musical than the rest of the series were. They were more on the action. These two pilots were mostly musicals. They were mostly the kids doing their singing and dancing routines, singing about how wonderful the Bible is. And after those two episodes, when they got deeper into the series, their lyrical themes had changed to singing simple songs of praise. And overall, even even after all those changes throughout the years, it's still a very unique franchise in itself, being of a Christian superhero franchise. And seeing how colorful it was, I don't know if I can say magical, because, we believe in miracles rather than magic. And it's the miracles that God provides for us. I don't know if I used the right word. Sorry, I'm not really in the best talking condition right now as I'm saying this. I'm trying my best. But, you know what I mean? As you can see here in this DVD collection of mine, it's not all mine. Some are collected by my brothers. And seeing this here, you would notice that I do not have any DVDs of the CG animated reboot. After the franchise had been passed down from publishing company to publishing company, we all know it originally started with Pamplin Entertainment, then to Thomas Nelson, and today owned by B&H Kids. And knowing that, you can imagine how many times all these episodes have been re-released. Oh gosh. In fact, it was in 2017 that I found out they made the animated reboot the year before, and that did not last as long. And, after telling my dad about this, the next day he comes to me with a DVD of the animated series. I never asked him for it. I just gave him the info and he gave it to me. I watched it, 3 episodes it contained. It's decent in some ways. It definitely did not live up to the original live action series. the voices are not the same actors as before. The writing is more like so basic. Cliche, cheesy dialogue. But at least they gave more biblical stories to set examples, to give examples to the kids who are facing these problems. They tell actual stories from the Bible to give more truth in what they say. I know that in this day and age, Christian parents who are raising their kids and further teaching them to follow God would look at these and say, this is a pretty horrifying thing to tell the kids as to like the consequences of sin, or how the people in the Bible had died in pretty strange ways. I mean, as horrifying as it sounds, it's the truth. And we can't really keep the truth from the young, because the wages of sin is death. And better sooner than never at all to turn to Christ. I mean, I may be running out of words to say at this point, but I'm going to wrap up by showing a clip from the pilot episode way back in the day. Like the first battle scene, and the only one at that time. It was a flashback. And thankfully, I was able to find it on YouTube. The quality may not be as great, but hopefully that guy preserved his VHS tape as best as he could. And I just want to give my thanks to the geniuses behind the franchise, to the creative minds of Tony Salerno and Will Yames, Dr. Robert B. Pamplin Jr., all the other supporting actors and writers, directors, producers who made this franchise possible and who helped me in my walk with Christ. Thank you to all of you. All right? It made me smile back then. I mean, would I celebrate the 25th birthday by rewatching this series? I don't know. I mean, if you're a guy like me who has autism, I'm 21 years old, I'm going to turn 22 later this month, maybe it would satisfy the kid at heart. We'll see. But again, big thanks to all of you. And happy 25th birthday. But the biggest thanks go to Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be anything. Thank you, and God bless you.
You know, there have been many times when even I felt like things seemed impossible. As a matter of fact, there was one time in particular.
You are beaten, Bible burp! No longer will you spread that ridiculous truth. From now on, all deception is mine!
God's word is truth, Decepto. The Bible tells me in James chapter 4, verse 7, that if you resist the devil, he will run from you. And God's word never comes back void. You can't win, Decepto!
Help me to victory, O God. Help me to serve you.
What did you do? Tell us. What did you do?
Well, I did the only thing I could do. I asked God for the courage and the faith, and then I remembered that in God's Word, He promises that once I belong to Him, nothing can snatch me out of His hands. And so I let God take care of the rest.
You haven't seen the last of me, Bible blurb!
You make it sound so easy.
No, it's not easy sometimes, Chad. But the truth is that God is not interested in you producing the results.
I don't get it.
What are you talking
I don't
about?
understand.
The fact that we love God so much that we are willing to try our hardest for Him is all that matters. And He will take care of the rest.
I think I get the point.
Good.